Bonafide Hustler here, another general thrifting vlog slash lifestyle vlog, and we're just gonna see where this one takes us. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris the Bonafide Hustler comes to you live from the inside of my house, and we got a vlog ahead of us that's gonna go so many different directions. But the very first day on this vlog, I've seen the footage, is a little quick workout with me and my friend Trenton, so let's knock that out and let's get this entire vlog just started. But oh yeah, don't forget to get the free money making guide. It's right here. It's the first link down below, and it'll teach you 50 items that you can look for that you can buy used and sell for more money. So go check out that guide. First link down below. Let's get to the video. Okay, so I'm still cleaning out the booth. This is one of the last 3 times I'll be here. It's kind of bittersweet. I don't like the new booth yet, but we gotta get all the stuff out of the old booth. All right, it's hot and I just left the old antique mall. I got some inventory in here, and this will be the 3rd visit that I make to the new antique mall, which we'll see more in this video, but you saw it in the previous vlog if you're watching my channel. But yeah, it's gotta be 95 degrees here in Austin, Texas. It is hot. But, you know, I see some people using movers to like move their booth to like another place. I'm just doing it over like 5 different trips. But I think Thrifty Z is gonna help me in a couple days do like the last bit. But for those of y'all that are just tuning into this video, the Austin Antique Mall, which has been open for 40 years, is closing like in 2 weeks. So I had to find another booth. So I went to the Round Rock Antique Mall, and we'll see how that goes over the next couple months. But that's what's going on. Okay, I'm outside of a Goodwill. I'm about to go in and check out to see if I can find anything cool to flip, because my meeting with my business partners at a coffee shop that was purposely put close to this Goodwill. You know what I'm saying, always a hustler. Anyway, so I'm gonna go in here and just see what I can find, but outside of that, I gotta work on some radical life stuff with the new business. So yeah, I always try to go to thrift stores at least once a day if I can. If there's a thrift store that's close, I'm walking in it. That is just what it is. So I will make plans that are close to thrift stores just because I like walking in them, obviously. I really don't expect to find anything here just because it's like outside of like the super window of like 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. That's just the good window here in Austin, Texas. But you know, I just come in because it's proximity to my meeting. And you really never know at the end of the day. So I didn't find anything there, but that's just how it is sometimes, you know. I'm totally ready emotionally to handle this. And quite honestly, it's been a while since I've actually done a proper like all-day thrift run. Maybe we'll get a chance to do that this week. We'll see. But now it's time to work on some radical life stuff. And then obviously periodically through the day, I'm checking Facebook Marketplace to find some cool bike deals. I almost landed one today, but it was a $150 bike. I offered 100. The person counted at 130. And at 130, I'm just like not there, you know? I'm there at 100, just not there at 130. It's just what it is. So, you know, when I offer something, I stay with it, you know, like that's what I got. And it's ensuring that I'm gonna make a profitable kind of decision if I find something wrong with the bike, for example. So yeah, and that's okay. If you can stay patient in this game, you can at least have the clarity for like the really big wins. All right, so I'm at the new booth and I am doing some, just some dropping off of things from the other booth, right? Good thing about this antique mall, they don't play the music super loud, so I can actually do some filming from here. Another thing that is pretty cool about this booth, first of all, let me show it to you right here. It looks so good, right? Is it has power outlets. It has 2 of them. So there's one right there, and then there's one behind these mirrors. So basically this is to a little outlet down there, and then this one have this thing that's lit up, which is super cool. See, it's changing colors. Anyway, having an outlet's pretty neat, and it does light up the booth, which is cool. We always have lamps in here. I think it's a good move. But yeah, this is the new booth right here, and we're just keeping on putting the work in. So I'm making my first meal of the day. We have the 5 pasture-raised eggs. I actually put a bed of spinach here. We're gonna be using black beans on this one, and some salsa, things like that. Had a great workout today. Had to go to the booth, obviously you saw that part. But what I wanted to say is that this morning there was a posting for a specialized women's mountain bike. It was for $100. So I immediately was like, I'll go buy that, you know. And it was actually close to a town that was going to be at a town that was close to the antique mall. And so I was like, of course, you know, that's what you got to do. You always look around at where you're going to be and see if you can line up a deal or two, whatever. So, and then the lady gets back to me within 5 minutes. She goes, oh, the price was not 100, it's 200. I hate it when this happens. Seriously, this is just like greed 101, I think. There's just no way that you meant to put, you know, 200 when clearly 100. I don't know. I don't buy it. So greed just kind of sucks. Maybe I'm the only person that thinks that way, but it's like, you know, maybe do some research and then put the price you want to put. Obviously, this person didn't do any research, probably got bombarded with you know, people saying that they want to buy the bike immediately. So the person was like, oh, I'm just, you know, this kind of demand is here. Maybe I can ask double the price. Think about it. If you go to a dealership for a car and you're like, okay, I want to buy this car. I saw it in the paper and it's 30 grand. And then they go, oh, that was a misprint. It's 60 grand. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much of it. Why don't you comment down below and let me know. Am I even thinking right? I really wanted the bike, you know, obviously, but it's like, I don't like greed, and maybe I'm not seeing it right. What do you think? All right, so just got done with a workout, and it's the time of the video where I ask you a question. That's right. So the question here on this video is, what is not the vehicle that you're driving, but what do you think the ultimate hustler vehicle would be? Now, you know, obviously within reason, because having a really big truck and, you know, movers and stuff like that, that'd be the greatest thing, right? But within reason, what do you think the best hustling vehicle would be? So comment that down below. And I just got done with a Facebook Marketplace deal for a Marin Bolinas Ridge 27.5 wheel mountain bike, size extra small, and it's sitting back there. Someone posted it for $100 and it's in great condition. So I offered 80 and they took it. So that's where we are right now. I'm gonna head home. I got some client stuff to do. Sometimes these days like never end, but yeah, making progress with Radical Life, which I don't know if I talked about that in the last vlog or not, but I know 2 vlogs ago I talked about it. So making a lot of progress with that. I've had days where I've just had so many plans that I feel like I'm spread thin, but I think that's all gonna come to an end soon, because with all great things, there is that initial amount of work that's needed, and it just seems like a lot. It's no different than studying for a really big bar exam or a college test or something like that. You just have to cram a lot, just do a lot of work at once, you know? So yeah, the new project is called Radical Life, and it's basically a lifestyle group where we, you know, show the benefits of all the things that make a great lifestyle, first of all. So we're looking at morning routines and sleep stuff and diet stuff and workout stuff and self-esteem stuff and how to just be the best version of yourself. So that's coming out really, really soon. But we're ironing out all these little kinks and videos and all this stuff, making sure that the workflow or the flow of like the buyer is good, you know? So that's what's going on. Always looking at Facebook Marketplace for deals, obviously on especially bikes, because it's summertime and people like to ride here in Austin, Texas. But I really want to, you know, amass an enormous amount of bikes, just because after summertime is fall, and fall everyone likes to ride too. So always trying to get a fair amount of bikes. Now, Thrifty Z found a bike yesterday while I was actually at the antique mall sweating my butt off. Thrifty Z was at a town that was like an hour away, and she picked up that blue Trek Marlin, and that thing was $200, talked down from $250, and it should resell in that color way, and it's a good size, it's a medium. It should sell for $500 to about $600. So it's pretty good, you know? But it did leave me at the booth sweating my butt off while she just had to drive somewhere in some nice AC car, you know? And picking up a bike, I would have much rather been doing that. But it is what it is, so yeah. Okay, the kind of play on this bike right here is, I'm thinking it'll sell between $250 and $300. So it's got current day sort of like wheel geometry. Like when you're flipping a mountain bike, you want to be really in the wheel size of 27.5 and 29. Those are the 2 wheel sizes that are very popular right now. And this one is a 27.5, so, you know, and it's been used a couple times. It's not in bad condition or anything like that. So I can just tell by squeezing the brakes and hitting the shift levers, like everything's really good. So that's the play on that bike, and we'll see if it gets sold. I'll probably list it in a couple days. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Austin, Texas. This day on, well, it's a beautiful hot day, but like this day on the vlog is a Friday, which means garage sales are tomorrow. And garage sales haven't been particularly very good lately. I don't know if it's the heat or whatever. I think it's the fact that summertime's here and people aren't going on vacations, and it's just so hot to run a garage sale. I mean, it's like 80 or 85 first thing in the morning, so you know, it's kind of a hard thing to expect people to have a lot of garage sales right now. But that said, I'm always excited to go out and try to find some cool stuff, because that's just never changed over the past 2 decades in my life. Like, I just love doing that. And I can honestly see myself continuing to do that no matter how this next endeavor takes off or doesn't take off. I don't even care. Like, I mean, I do care, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still stay true to my roots, and I like doing this stuff, and I like thrifting. Some things are just part of your story, and this has been a very large part of my story. If you've watched the channel, I mean, the channel, you know, has come alive through reselling, but I started the channel about 10 years after I was already doing it. So if that gives you kind of a picture of where we are now. I think the channel's been up now for 10 years, maybe 11. And I was already flipping for 10 years before that. It's just so much fun, honestly. Something you can share with your family, your friends. It's neat. You make money. It's kind of like a hobby, but at the same time, you're rescuing things from going into landfills. It's fun. I don't know how else to explain it. Maybe in the comments below as well. More comments. You can let me know your feelings about reselling. I mean, yeah, things change all the time, right? Things are great and then they're not great. Like FBA was cool and then, you know, it wasn't cool. There's a lot of restrictions and things now with Amazon, and now, you know, there's like Whatnot, right? And then there's less of OfferUp, at least here in this town. There's just a lot of stuff. There's just a lot of ways you can move a thrifted product. Everything changes. So currently right now I sell on the antique booth, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and eBay. I might bring Amazon back into the picture at some point, but I'm just liking the setup right now as it is. Does that make sense? At the house level, and first meal of the day, and it's kind of late in the day for this thing. I'm spread too thin sometimes. We have 5 pasture-raised eggs, and we have some black beans, avocado, pepper, a little bit of ketchup, hot sauce. Well, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's gonna be first meal of the day, and I'm gonna also make a really big smoothie as well to kind of catch up on my calories, since I had a pretty big workout today, you know. I would like to get another bike by the end of the night. That would be nice to get one more. I would like to also list items, and you know, what I've found is that when you hit the relist key on, you know, Craigslist or Facebook, especially Facebook, that helps you marginally. Like when I do a relist, like I try to relist the entire thing over again, copy and paste. And I try to also work the title a little bit different on each one, although it's the same item, you know, for example. So that way it kind of really boosts it back into like being seen by a lot of people. I do believe that that works a lot. So something I want to take care of it today as well. Just a lot of things to do. Plus, you know, gotta hang out with the girlfriend. She wants to go to the pool at some point. But yeah, I gotta get this meal out of the way and a couple more business things, and then might get a chance to relax. It's been crazy, you know, but this is what I chose to do. I wanted it to be this crazy just for a little bit, because it's gonna be that way when you're building something new. It will get crazy sometimes. All right, what a surprise. So here we are on the next day, and I am garage sailing, but I didn't open up a garage sale vlog. So if you're watching this, the treat is, we'll see what we find in garage sales. But I actually just came from this one right here. You can kind of see it. And I actually bought these things for $6. So it's $1 a piece, $6. There were like 30 games out there. But I went through them all. There were a lot of not so good games, but there were these. And these are all for a Nintendo Wii. So you can see right here, first game, Super Sluggers, right? It's $1 each, so decided to take a gamble on these. I already know that the Mario themed ones are really, you know, they can usually sell between about 10 to about 30 bucks a piece. So, right, we got Super Sluggers right here. We have Mario Strikers right there. All-Stars, haven't looked this one up, but you know, it was a Mario game, so I took it. The one that always comes with the Wii right here, decided to pop on that. We have Kirby's, this is like a $20 game. And then we have Mario Kart, which is like a $10 game, I think. So yeah, all this stuff, $6, and that was the first thing that I found this morning. And we'll see if we find anything else. I don't really think I'm going to, because there's only about 4 or 5 garage sales that I'm gonna go see. I don't even know how long this vlog is gonna be, but if it is already getting kind of long and you're still here right now, then thank you, first of all. But second of all, you know, just hit the like button, and maybe, but unlikely, I would roll a garage sale vlog into a normal everyday vlog, you know? But it is what it is. Got the bike behind me right here. I'm gonna go, you know, make a day out of this whole thing. I'm gonna go to garage sales, then I'm gonna go to the springs, then I'm gonna go ride my bike, then I'm gonna go get eggs. Like, all this stuff is on this one vlog. So we'll see where the rest of the vlog takes us. Okay, so I came from this garage sale, and the funny thing is that garage sale was on the way to another one. So this is actually technically a rogue garage sale. It was not listed. I just happened to be on this road, saw this thing, and I pulled in. And it's kind of crazy because for $50, and it was listed at 100. And here's a pro tip, all right? I say this in my videos every now and then, but when you want to get a good deal on something, don't ever say the first price, ever, right? Because this thing was listed for $100, and I'm thinking like, oh, I'll probably get into it for like 80 or something like that. But I asked the guy, I was like, what's the best deal that you can do? And the person said 50. So, right, if I had said 80, then I would have given him 30 more than what he really wanted. So 50 was the bottom price, and this is what I picked up. Must be a day for video game stuff. We got an entire Wii U with the controllers sitting in here, the Joy-Con things. The whole Wii U is in there, and we got the included games are these right here. There are 2 Zeldas on there and Scribblenauts in the actual hard drive. And then on disc, we have Super Mario Galaxy in there and Wind Waker high definition. So that's pretty cool, right? Everything he said works, and he tested it out the other day just to make sure. There's the $100 thing on there. But what a great deal, because this in a local setting could probably sell for like $150 or so with those cool games on there. It might even be $200, but probably $150. But still, for $50, I'm actually gonna play this thing because I heard the Zelda games are really fun, and the Wind Waker one especially is supposed to be super cool. So I think after Wind Waker was maybe Breath of the Wild, and after that was whatever the most recent Switch one was. But I do play video games every now and then. I have an Xbox Game Pass that I like to play. But I kind of miss having a Wii U. Because when I had one, I was playing, I think it was Mario Kart 9 or something like that. It's a racing game. It's so fun. It really is, with multiple people. It's just a really well-designed game, and I really liked it a lot. So, but my goal is eventually to sell this thing, and it could be this week. I might boot it up and then play Zelda for a while and be like, okay, it's a little too cartoony for me or whatever. The puzzles are too easy. But we'll see. For $50, it's absolutely far past a gamble. You know, this is definitely super profitable once I decide to sell this thing. So yeah, not bad. I'm just kind of surprised that I'm finding this stuff at garage sales today, because I did not expect to find anything like this. From this garage sale, I found 2 things. I spent $2, $1 each. One was a single stitch kind of nerdy shirt right here. It's called Eye on Survival. It's got a tiger on it. I don't know if you can see that. Eye on Survival, looks like a brand new shirt, single stitch sleeve, pretty interesting. Nothing I would put on eBay, but actually in the antique booth, I'm gonna be asking somewhere, you know, since it's a new antique booth, I don't know, somewhere in the vicinity of like 10 to 20 bucks, so nothing crazy. Now this one says United States Grand Prix. This is a 2008 shirt, right? Indianapolis, I think 500, I'm not sure. No, just, but yeah, the back of it's pretty cool. Got some good artwork, and people love hacking these things up to pieces and wearing them to gyms and stuff like that. This is like very much like current day, like kind of fashion. People like wearing stuff like this, so that's pretty cool. Little F1 Grand Prix shirt, pretty nice. Not single stitch sleeve, but still for $1, I'm gonna definitely pick it up. Okay, I'm just surprised. I'm still so surprised that I'm finding stuff, but okay, let's just keep going. So I'll probably cap the video off here in a second. The garage sales were, you know, they're okay this morning, but I found some cool stuff. I'm about to test this Wii U out. But I am about to sell a bike that I bought for $175. I thought I was gonna sell it for like $400, but someone offered me $3 or $350. Then they talked me down to $3, and I was like, okay, forget it. You know, there's a certain thing we'll talk about it in the next vlog, but I try to get to like a daily kind of like profit in a way. So anyway, we'll talk about that in the next vlog. But yeah, here's the bike right here. This is a Specialized Rockhopper Sport 29er, and I bought it for $175, selling for $300, so pretty good. So that's where the vlog's gonna, you know, cap off. The person's like 5 minutes away, and it's a cash deal. Nice. So I'll see you on the next one. If you enjoy this stuff, and hit the like button, put a comment down below, and I'll see you on the next Bonafide Hustler video. Take it easy. Goodbye.